As we continue to learn about lust, we start to see the different aspects and how it affects everything. As we've discussed, lust is like the gasoline in the engine of a sex or pornography addiction. Our desires create some of the issues surrounding the addiction. If we desire to look at pornography or to step outside of our relationships, if we want to do those things, then we are likely to. If, however, we do not want to do those things, then we can start making some pretty serious changes. Now, I know and have explained that desire alone does not stop a sex addiction. I'm very aware of this in my own life, in my past, and I'm very aware of this in the lives of so many people that I counsel. So let's see how we can change our desires. I want you to start by writing down what you want. This could be almost anything. I'll use my own life as an example. I want to have a growing relationship with God. I want my marriage to continue to be amazing and continue to grow. I want to be a great father. I want to be a great employee. I want to be there for my friends. And I want to continue to help people around the world overcome their sex or pornography addiction. I want to pursue a healthy body, focusing on diet and exercise. And finally, I want to have a healthy mind. I want to be filled with joy and happiness, contentment, determination, and discipline. Now, notice this list that I just gave you. They're all positive. There isn't a negative connotation on any of those things. Instead of saying, I want to remove the excess body fat I have, I say, I want to focus on diet and exercise. This is an important part because we're going to use basic psychology to create some new desires. Most people respond best to positive reinforcement and encouragement. So that's why we focus on staying positive. When we say we want to remove fill in the blank, we're actually looking at the negative things in our life. We want to focus on the positive instead. Now, lust is a negative, and of course we want it gone. However, focusing on the lust makes people give in to lust more often than it doesn't. Quite simply, we have to keep our eyes on the prize, not on the pain. Now, your list may look similar to my own, or it may be completely different. As you continue to write those things down, I want you to memorize them. Make sure that you can list off exactly what you want in your life at a moment's notice. This is important because eventually someone will challenge you. Now, the next part of this process is to take that list and write down how pornography or a sex addiction works against what you want. I want to pursue a healthy body focusing on diet and exercise. But pornography makes me lazy, wasting time on the phone or the computer. I want to have a marriage that's amazing, continue to grow. But pornography hurts my wife. It makes her lose self-esteem, makes her lose her self-confidence, and it causes my wife and I to argue. With this part of it, we're naming the problems. The problem with sex addiction is that it directly affects what we want in our lives. In my experience, when we know what we're fighting for and we know what we're fighting against, this can make a huge difference in our desires, and it can make a big difference in our motivation and our discipline in order to be able to overcome those as well. So again, to recap, I would like you to write down, what do you want? What do you want in life? And then I want you to write down, how does a pornography or a sex addiction affect those things? It'll certainly be negative, but I want you to then look at that list, make them positive, focus on the positive, focus on the goal, focus on the prize and the end result. And as you continue to do so, you'll start to see those changes in your own life.